Hello everyone, this is Crota giving you a replay and a shoutcast game 1 in a series. Let's go ahead and make sure I am recording as things all get underway. This is taking place here on Last Refuge as Cechi is spawning as the blue undead on the top right hand side of the map. Meanwhile, Lin has spawned as the pink orc. Orc versus undead in this best of 3 series, or what I expect to be about this best of 3 series, as these two players go head to head. Now, how will these players do? I am looking forward to this game. I know I did cast some Cechi games yesterday, and now being able to cast a little bit more and watching different styles of undead as they're being played out. Now, there's been a lot of arguments in terms of comments about which is the stronger race, which is the better race, who comes out ahead, and it really does depend. I gotta say that undead heroes are generally stronger than the other hero types, in that they do not have to creep very quickly. They can creep later on, which opens them up for being able to harass against their opponent. We are going to see a Blade Master now come in from Lin. Meanwhile, Cechi looks like he's going to be going for a Crypt Fiend opening. You can see that the graveyard is already down. This does make a lot of sense, as it will also be a delayed Death Knight. By delaying that Death Knight and getting an early Crypt Fiend, you can in fact train up that Crypt Fiend and try to start dealing damage on the creep camp while the Crypt Fiend stays on Blight. As it stays on Blight, it still regenerates some hit points, and then by the time the Death Knight does finally make its way out, are we going to see, are we going to see a Crypt Fiend? It doesn't look like it as of yet. There you go, there's a Death Knight, there is that Crypt Fiend, and we should perhaps be seeing the Crypt Fiend do a little bit of damage there. Meanwhile, the Voodoo Lounge has come in. We are almost at the 2-minute mark, which is the standard timing for a Blade Master to make its way out, and this is going to turn into a Blade Master Undead Death Knight matchup. Very classic here, as the Blade Master now wanders around. He is going to go after this Ogre Warrior right there, getting in a Windwalk strike and creeping out this creep camp. It looks like he's trying to pull some aggro away, but it's not really working. He's actually taking a lot more damage than he would hope for, but he does get a Claws of Attack +6. Meanwhile, the Crypt Fiend's doing exactly what I mentioned earlier. He's going to go ahead and try to aggro these creeps to fight next to that Blight there, getting in some easy damage, and then just attacking and shooting a little bit of that shoot and scoot type of thing, where the Ogre Warrior is making its way over and it's not really going to get any shots off. Now you can see that it has done a fair amount of damage. That Ogre Warrior already down to about half life and falling, as skeletal minions now finally joining on the fight. We may see an ensnare now coming as well, as there goes the Ogre Warrior. Wait, there it goes. Yes, it does get taken down. We do see a Circlet of Nobility dropped, as the Blade Master now picking up double healing salves, looking to move out and perhaps disrupt this Death Knight. Now the Death Knight is going to have a very easy time creeping. You can see one skeletal minion making its way down across the map, and oh, there's the ensnare, as the Blade Master is now going after the Ogre Magi. This is a huge play here. The Ogre Magi is going to fall pretty quickly, and the Blade Master is going to get a very strong item. With this strong item, he can then windwalk all the way back home. He positioned himself so that he could only get attacked by 2 troll trappers at the same time. And now, oh, is he going to windwalk out? Yes, he does. He does pick up a Scroll of the Beast, which altogether is not that great of an item. Will most likely just be sold for 200 gold. But that does give him 20 seconds or 200 gold more mining, which is always very nice as well. Death Knight now picking up Unholy Aura, still creeping out on the far side. You can see that the Blade Master is sitting at level 2. He has not sold that Scroll of the Beast yet. Not quite sure if or what he's going to do here, as the Blade Master takes a little bit of damage there. No more healing salve. We'll have to take another charge, as Lin does break Windwalk to take down a skeletal minion. So far, teching the tier 2, Cechi is doing exactly what he needs to do. He needs to get perhaps a Naga Sea Witch as his second hero, and then the Lich as his third hero. That seems to be the standard MO for Cechi. And will that work? It may not work as well, because the Blade Master is such a high damage unit. We may just see a Lich as a second hero with Frost Armor. That would be my best guess, as it does slow down the Blade Master, and on top of that, adding an extra 3 armor, always very nice to try and reduce the amount of crazy damage that can be done with a Claws of Attack +6 Blade Master on the field. We are now going into the bestiaries here. We are going into a Shadow Hunter. It looks like it will be hero kills. Meanwhile, we still have not seen any sort of second hero coming in from the Undead. He is a little bit delayed in his in his Halls of the Dead here, Necropolis, Halls of the Dead, and then Black Citadel, as the Death Knight now makes its way over. Is he going to be able to perhaps get off some easy shots there? Does get some healing back onto that Crypt Fiend. However, the Crypt Fiend is now low on hit points, down to 203, needs to dance around in circles here, and that's just going to be another heal there, as the Blade Master is actually engaging pretty regularly in a fight that he shouldn't be engaging. The Blade Master knows that a lot of healing could come into play. Let's take a look at this. This Overseer will get taken down in just a moment. Down it goes. Gloves of Haste now picked up. So Ogre Strength, Circle of Nobility, and Gloves of Haste all coming in together, as the Blade Master going after a skeletal minion. Looks like he will get his skeleton once more. No, the skeleton is able to back off again, as we are now going into that Lich as that second hero. Alright, one skeletal minion hiding off over here. Shadow Hunter is there. We may see a Hex. Hex is extremely effective, as we're now looking at the Crypt Fiend trying to get away. There's a little bit of path blocking right there, and oh, there's the Death Coil trying to save it. And that Crypt Fiend, however, down to 132 hit points, still taking a lot of damage, finally getting taken down, as another Hex now comes into play. That Death Knight doing its best to try and body block that Blade Master. That is just not working. You can see another Death Coil comes in to try and save it. However, that Crypt Fiend now down to 3 hit points gets taken down. And that Beastmaster is still looking very strong at this stage, but now has to be careful. We may see no Frost Nova. There's the Dust of Appearance, and it looks as though the Blade Master with Dust of Appearance will be able to get away without a problem. No Frost Nova, no Frost Armor, and that was a real problem there. Needed to get Frost Nova or Frost Armor earlier to reduce the attack rate of that Blade Master and give that extra +3 armor at level 1. Ogre Warrior is now taking a bit of damage here. And we are going into, what is this? Some Crypt Fiends. Ogre Warriors, we should stay at level 2 and level 1 respectively on that Death Knight Lich. Meanwhile, the Shadow Hunter is now getting very close to level 2, halfway there, but it is not going to quite clear it, not quite reach there, as that Blade Master is absorbing a bit of experience as well. Cechi now looking to back off. You can see that he does have obsidian statues. He does have quite a strong army, and now engaging against the Ogre Mauler. The one thing to note is that Lich does not have that Orb of Corruption yet. That is such a standard item that you see, but we are now just teching the tier 3. Sometimes Undead players will do a quick tech to tier 3 and then start their hero just a little bit later to get that Orb of Corruption. That -5%, -5 armor, it turns out to be a very, very large advantage, as we're now looking at a level 3 Death Knight with a Health Stone. Meanwhile, back over here, Shadow Hunter still sitting at level 2. Should be able to get to level 3 in just a second. Blade Master about to walk over. Does have plenty of good items. Potion of Greater Healing. And what is going to be happening next? Alright, that Troll High Priest just healing himself. That Blade Master could get that very easy kill. There's those skeletal minions coming back once more. And there is the engagement. Dust of Appearance has been purchased over here by Evelyn. Cechi has Dust of Appearance as well. Cechi having Dust of Appearance, and he wants to be able to just reveal that Blade Master if that Blade Master comes around to haunt him again. Blade Master now clearing up this center 12 o'clock expansion location. Is already at level 3. Not going to make it that much closer to level 4, as the Shadow Hunter is playing it rather dangerously at half life and rising, as it is not taking any serious damage. Alright, there you go. There is that Death Knight. That Death Knight did get slowed by, I believe, a Rock Golem there, and now he has to be rather careful. You can see the rest of the Troll Trappers are here. Troll's High Priest gonna get taken down. Troll Trappers will get taken down once more, as the Death Knight looks to chase after this Blade Master. We can see that also the Death Knight does have a bit of an item advantage here with that Sobi Mask. That Sobi Mask looking very, very strong on that Death Knight, as the Death Knight does need a lot of mana for all of those Death Coils, not only to finish off units, but to keep his own personal units alive. Alright, Obsidian statue. Now, Obsidian statues have been trained. Now we are going into Destroyer form. Destroyer form extremely effective for Obsidian statues as they are able to devour magic to regenerate hit points and also deal a significant amount of damage to not only the armored units here, but the unarmored spirit walkers if they go into ethereal form. You can see now there's a bit of an engagement off over here. Ogre Lord could get creeped out in just a moment. You can see that the Crypt Fiends, there is a frost armor right there absorbing a bit of damage. Are we going to see? There's the Dust of Appearance as the Blade Master going straight for that Obsidian statue. The Obsidian statue now just wandering around here again. Potion of Invulnerability as that one poor Blade Master now looks to back off. Alright, it looks as though Evelyn bought a lightning shield, a wand of lightning shield? No, lightning orb. I must have just misread the text as we're now looking at the Blade Master who has a potion of greater healing and still some very strong items. Plus 18 attack on that Blade Master can only really get higher as he's now up to plus 24 with that orb of lightning. That is going to be a lot of damage. Meanwhile, a major fight now happening here on the left side. Crypt Fiends trying to focus down some of those grunts. It looks as though some of them will get focused down. Another grunt going to get taken down. And so far, this battle is going absolutely perfectly for Cechi. Are we going to perhaps see a death coil? No death coil on that Crypt Fiend, as both sides are still fighting. So far, that Blade Master trying to join in on that fight, trying to finish off this one low hit point raider. Looks like it will be able to. Are we going to perhaps see another ensnare as we are looking at a Troll Berserker who is not? Oh, Blade Master finally gets taken down. Shadow Hunter gets taken down, but an Ankh of Reincarnation is there in time as the Kodo Beast now finally get taken down. All right, Shadow Hunter is in play once again. And I believe this is just going to be the beginning of the end. The Blade Master now cleaning up the rest of the army. 2 of the 3 heroes are gone for Undead. It is now a 2 versus 1 fight here outside of the Pink Army's base. That would be Lin, as Lin looks like he will be able to come out ahead here in just a second. Unholy Aura plus Endurance Aura. 2 very, very good items for that Blade Master, being able to move his units faster by, I believe, 19%, while also getting some extra gold. All right, you can see that now the Raider is going to try and make a bit of a play, not going to really work. Are we going to perhaps see another dead hero? Yes, the Blade Master has arrived and is now looking to back off. All right, Destroyer is now joining in on the fight. It looks like all of Evelyn's units are going to get taken down here on the run, and this is extremely bad. Lin cannot afford to lose all of these units here, especially giving level 4 now to that Lich. That Lich is just looking very, very strong. Give me one moment. All right, let's go ahead and come back into this. We can see Destroyers and Lich is currently sitting at level 4. Death Knight sitting at level 4. Dark Ranger just sitting at level 1 as we're now seeing Cechi move in with this army and is looking very, very strong here, moving very fast. And here you go, there's the engagement. And that Death Knight is moving so fast with that additional extra move or Django Endurance Aura. So these are all moving at a fast movement speed, even though there is no Boots of Speed. All right, we can see that a Kodo Beast is now currently out. Is going to go after, oh, beautiful Crypt Fiend dodge right there, being able to move the unit at the last possible moment. As it looks like the Death Coil will go down. We can see level 2 now on the Dark Ranger, as we now also have the Orb of, the Orb of Lightning getting in some easy shots down onto that one Destroyer as well. You can see more units are going to get taken down here. I believe Dark Arrow or Black Arrow has been researched there. As you can see, it's actually giving minions over here all of this movement speed. Makes it look like everything moving at like additional speed here, but that is just not the case. Lin taking a lot of damage as he's now trying to pull back with the rest of his units. Blade Master sitting at level 4 does have that Orb of Lightning. Meanwhile, we can see that the Shadow Hunter will be popping out of there in just a moment, but this is not going to work out well. The instant it pops out, it's pretty much going to fall apart, and Lin going to be a little bit far behind. There is the hero once again popping out of there. You can see that there is now fortified armor on all of those burrows again, as the Kodo Beast taking a lot of damage once more. All right, is the Death Knight? No, the Death Knight charges in a little bit, decides to back off, and is still playing very, very carefully here. As you can see, the Lich is now backing off. You can now also have the Obsidian statue taking a lot of damage. The Raider may come in. Oh, are we going to see the Absorb Mana? Yes, we are. And, well, there is that Blade Master trying to get away. The Obsidian statue now back up, as we now see that the Destroyers do have mana and could go after these targets very, very easily. There is a Scroll of Healing. The Obsidian statue is regenerating hit points because of that Unholy Aura, as we're now looking at perhaps some more items being purchased. Dust of Appearance now onto that Death Knight, the Death Knight, and that Obsidian statue getting, Obsidian statue now turning into a Destroyer, getting Death Coiled in the air, and now ready to turn in for another fight. Here you go. Blade Master now attempting to take down a Rock Golem down over here. We can see that a large fight now happening in once more. Destroyers are in the back off over here, looking to get some easy shots. Where are they going to be going next? Finding a Kodo Beast. There is a healing wave, but it may not be enough. That -5 armor, and you can see how much damage is being had as a Death Coil does go down. Beautiful play by Cechi. Cechi's units are just moving this quickly, constantly, making it very, very difficult for anything to happen. All right, Destroyer could try to come in and get in a little bit more devoured. There is the Spirit Link. Frost Nova quickly comes in as well, as the Blade Master takes down one Crypt Fiend before Death Coil can go off. However, the Blade Master now trying to take down another Destroyer. The Destroyer now pops up into the air. There's a Death Coil to heal it. And this is just so beautifully played by Cechi. Lin cannot really do anything about this. It looks as though another round of hero nukes going down onto the Shadow Hunter. Shadow Hunter now down to 64 hit points. Tries to get away, moving very slowly, and now gets taken down once more. There's the GG. Lin losing game 1 in this series. As Cechi just played very, very aggressively there. My apologies. In the middle of that cast, I needed to step away, but I do feel a little bit better now. And now, please stay tuned for Game 2.